Welcome to another edition of PEMF News, and in this edition we're going to cover the study of effects on extremely low pulsed electromagnetic frequencies on glioblastoma cells. And those are cancer cells that can grow in your brain, and they're really nasty because a lot of sources say if you're fighting cancer you want to get in at the beginning, preventative at the lowest, stage 1, stage 2. You don't want to wait until stage 4. Well, glioblastoma cells only operate at stage 4. So they're really bad. As soon as you get it, you're at stage 4, and their growth can outpace blood flow going to them, so they can grow very quickly. And if you don't know anyone who's had it, maybe you know John McCain, a U.S. senator that ran for president and lost. But this is the cancer that he ended up passing away from. So it's still, very aggressive. And even if you have, all the connections and all the money in the world, it would seem, you can still fall prey to this cancer. So it's really great that they're still studying it and seeing how to fight it. And, you would think PEMF would be a good way to fight it, as it's a cancer cell, and you would get the person's health and wellness elevated to the point where they can fight it, which is really good. And we kind of see that with the different types of PEMF they test. So they had a control with no PEMF, and then they had 50 hertz and 100 hertz and a 10 hertz that they treated at a few different power levels. So the 50 was at 100 Gauss, the 100 hertz was at 100 Gauss, and the 10 hertz was at 50 Gauss of power. And then all of their charts go from 0 up to 24 hours, and they test within that 24 hours to see how each treatment does against this type of cell. And then they also have some pictures here which you can kind of study and derive some meaning from. But in the actual text of the study, go down here to where the top. So in the discussion section, it has this part I'll read off. It says, the data showed that extremely low frequency PEMF at 150 and 10 Hz frequencies and 150 Gauss amplitude had a significant effects on the glioblastoma U87 cells. These results were in line with findings from other studies that covered breast cancer and colon cancer. So this is a good study to show some promise with the PEMF being able to fight cancer cells in general, but more specifically glioblastoma cells, which as I stated earlier, really nasty, just kind of jumping straight to stage 4 cancer, and then also being in your brain, taking that blood flow from your brain and growing these cancer cells. So if you enjoyed this PEMF news and the coverage of professional studies being done with PEMF, please like and subscribe, and make sure you receive more of these. Thank you.